We've all heard the advice, pick your friends wisely. But let's be honest, how many of us have done that? And how many of our kids or students do you think have done that? In this video, I'm going to show you the lesson that I shared with my students about surrounding yourself with people that will help you become a better version of yourself, people that will help you grow. But before we get to that video, let's go ahead and play that intro. So this is lesson number 9 out of 25 on growth mindset. So we covered all of this stuff. It's talking about your mindset, talking about how you should believe, how your mind's control of everything. But I can tell you from my years being alive that this one right here, number 9, do you mind getting that, Adrian? This is so crucial because you can have all of this in place. You can have the right mindset, the right beliefs, the right everything. And you can have all that in place, but it gets hard. This journey of life gets hard. And if you have this right here, it makes all the difference from you being successful or not successful in life, to being happy and not happy in life. And number 9 is this, find a group of people who will help you grow. So you got your goals, you decide everything you want to do, but you need a group of people to help you grow. I'm sure your parents, I've said this to my kids so many times, you got to find a group. We are always concerned who you're hanging around. I'm sure your parents are concerned who you're hanging around, because the reality, and you've seen this, you've seen kids out there that always seem to get in trouble, they kind of group together. The students that seem to be doing well kind of group together. You become like those you hang around. If you want to know what kind of person you are, just look at your 2 best friends, and that's who you are. And if they're people of caliber, people, good people, that's probably who you are. Doesn't mean you don't struggle, doesn't mean you don't have problems, but that's the reality. We become like those that we are around. And so you got to find a group of people that will help you grow, people that are growing themselves. That's so important. It doesn't seem that important. Right now, you're thinking, hey, I just want to get through middle school. That's it. I just want to get through middle school and I have some friends. But I could tell you, in life, it makes all of the difference. I can think of 2 distinct groups of people or people that have made a huge difference in my life. And honestly, without them, I don't think I would have gone through or made it through a lot of the hardships that I had. I think I mentioned before in class, I used to belong to this group of men. It was called a men's accountability group. And one day the guy comes to me and says, hey, I'm thinking about starting this group of men accountability, you want to join? I'm like, well, what is that? He goes, I don't know, we're just going to maybe meet like once a week and kind of just talk about life and kind of hold each other accountable, try to become better. That's kind of cheesy. And I said, sure, why not? So I joined the group. It made a profound difference on me, profound, because it made me realize that what I was going through, everybody else was going through. I mean, you look around, people seem like they have it together for the most part, right? Everybody's like, yeah, all right, or they post on Instagram or TikTok, all the other things go and go with them. But once you really get to know somebody and they really open up, you realize everybody is struggling. Everybody is struggling, one way or the other. And to have a group of people that are there, you going through the struggles together and supporting each other, it's huge. It is huge. So please try to find a group of people, not just find a group of people that actually make you better. Because by them making you better, you're going to make them better. You guys are going to grow together. So this men's accountability group I had, I joined it, right? And I didn't think it would change my life. I just didn't. I mean, I thought, yeah, some guys hang around, whatever, But I realized we met like every Saturday morning we met. And we sat, we talked about life. But the thing was, they were honest. If I messed up, they called me out on it. They were the first one to call me, hey man, you said you wanted to do this, but it doesn't look like you're doing that. And over time, I realized that I became better. We all were growing together. And so I'll use these little glasses here as examples. So I basically went into this accountability group thinking, yeah, I know who I am. I got it together. No big deal. I'm doing good in life. But the more I hung around these other guys, I realized we became bonded together, and I realized that a lot of their goodness was rubbing off on me without even knowing about it. And so just like anything else, I mean, this is how I came into the group, and this is the group right here. And how much have you guys seen it before? But it's amazing just by hanging around with them, right? Next thing you know, the group and I kind of become the same somewhat. We become better together. But we kind of, that mixes together. So that was like the first thing that definitely changed my life. And the second thing that changed my life was my best friend. And that best friend is my wife. We first met 20-something years ago, you know, just, hey, some girl, whatever else. But as we grew together in life, and that's the best thing I love about my marriage, about my wife. If you could find a girlfriend, boyfriend, a husband, wife in the future, if they are not helping you grow, if they are not growing with you, Adrian, you mind getting that? It's not going to work. Because if you guys aren't growing, that relationship is just going to stagnate, it's going to fall apart. And so the thing I love about my wife and myself over there is that we just are both trying to get better each and every day, right? And so same thing with my wife, you know, we basically, you know, came together, we were separate, but we came together, and before you know it, we're basically like the same. So what happens is, without you even really planning it, the people you hang around, before you realize it, you guys become the same. So you gotta choose the right people you are around. Right now in my life, I'm going through some hard stuff right now. Without getting too much detail, I might be losing 2 people I love probably within the next year or so. Some hard stuff right now. And I go home, you guys don't know this, but I go home and I cry. I cry in the car ride home, I cry in the car ride coming here, right? But what helps me together is when I'm weak like that, I get together with my best friend, my wife, and we talk, and her encouragement, she's struggling just as much as I am, her encouragement, we help each other grow and get through this moment that we're both going through in life. It is hard, but you have the power to choose the people. Imagine choosing somebody, a friend or somebody else, that all they worry about is what they think or what they look like or what people think about them. They're not growing, and they're not going to help you grow. And when you need them at that time of moment, when you really need them, they're not going to be there for you because they're not trying to grow together. So the best thing you could do in life, once you have all this other stuff put in place, find a group of people that are going to grow together. And that could just be a group of friends with the kind of the same goals. If you're on a team, that's awesome. It could be somewhere down the road, a relationship. That's awesome. But the friends you choose, make sure they are going in the same direction you want to go. Because if not, you're going to quickly fall into the thing of ending up like them, and it may not be a good place.